I'm trying to look for my dog. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry for how I look. I'm actually feeling a little under the weather. Um, so so I look like crap because I feel like crap. Hi, everybody. How are you? There you go. I'm gonna see if I can get my dog in a bit. How is everybody? Hanako Grace. Okay, let me say hi to everyone. I was because I hit the ground running as soon as I landed last week. I started working, and I think my body's just like, you need to rest. So I'm gonna try that tonight. I'll sleep early because I do have some meetings tomorrow. But okay, let me say hi to everyone. Robin, Hanako Grace, Nadira, one. Um, okay, you're too fast. Nadira, one. Rika, Andy Big Night, Amy C, Robin Bryce, Angel Star, Simply JJ, Arlene, Leah, Genesis, Amy C, Carla. Carla, I have all of your tickets. Um, Leah, Rachel, Nigma Price, Pia, Courtney, Michelle. I'm sorry if I'm missing people, but I'm trying my best. um, Aspen, iCarmi, Emily, Bangy Luna, Lisa Parker, Jax, A. Brown, Leah Warburton, Oriah. Have your ticket, Oriah. Norwegian Wood, Seda, Nigma Price, Letitia, Jolie A. Salmar, That Zun, Feli Aziz, Cindy, Robin Bryce, Rika Boyson, Dodger Girl, Seven Purple Pearls, Becky Beck, Dodger Girl is on Twitch, Raquel, Babby, Courtney, Consuelo, Lily, Gemini, Lorena, Norwegian Wood, Michelle Maibel, Norisa, Atsuko Tanji, Seven Purple Pearls. Thank you, Seda. PZ48, Rika Boysen, Rona, MLB, Just the Tea Please, Carla, Ritsky, Silky, Multistan, Genesis, Nabijem, Simply JJ Gemini, Lisa Parker, Vivso, Seven Purple Pearls, Buddy Board, Hanako Grace, Orchid, Rani, Cindy. Okay, hi everybody. So I'm starting to like feel that I'm about to get sick because how your like bones kind of feel sensitive or something. That's how I feel. So I'm trying to fight it. I'm trying. The one that really works for me is the um, it's the Korean tea, lemon tea. Sorry, honey lemon tea. So I make it. I just drink it all day, all night to flush out the toxins, I guess. And then I try to perspire. That's why I'm wearing this, even though it's really, really hot. So I'm gonna try that because that really works for me all the time. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the changing weather. Maybe it's just because I'm tired and my body's just telling me to rest, which is probably the most like most likely reason for that. Okay, some of the good news is that I promised everybody cookies on Twitch. Hi, Coogie. So I wanted to like organize all the videos that I shot, including the my trip to everyone's like hometown. Like I went to Busan, I went to the middle school, the school of Jungkook, Jimin, and then I went to Ilsan for RM, and then I went to Daegu for Suga. So I'm gonna organize all of that. And I was asking the editor if there's anything that she can do about the shake. Because I'm walking and it's shaking a lot. And someone actually commented like, "Oh, I really enjoyed it, but I was so dizzy because it keeps on shaking." So I asked her if there's anything that she can do about it. She said there is, at least to control it. It's not going to be like perfect, but it's going to be like acceptable. So she's going to do that, but of course, it's going to take some time. But I'm going to show you some stuff. And then also, I wanted to share more things about the Gwanghwamun experience that I had because I didn't really have a lot of time to share that with you guys. And also my Goyang experience. And so I went back to, because I was reviewing the clips and I realized that I was actually able to take videos of some of the things that I told you were there, but were never reported by the media. So I'll show that with you. Is everyone streaming? Drink lots of fluid and gets lots of rest to recover. Thank you. Do you have a gimbal for your phone vlogs? So it turns out that I did. I did not know. So I was like packing for my second trip, the one that I originally really scheduled. I was packing it. I was like, "Oh my god, I have a gimbal." And then I had to figure out how to use it, which I wasn't able to. I didn't have enough time. So, but at least that's going to help. But I'm going to organize everything, don't worry. I know that there were a lot of like because I'm walking around, right? And I'm also checking my map and all of those stuff. So, there's a lot of instability. I'll try to take all of that out and also narrate like what I'm looking at, stuff. But for those that actually tuned in while I was doing the live stream when I was in their schools and their hometowns and whatever, I hope they enjoyed it because I really did. Just being able to go back to how humble their beginnings were. It was, it was a pleasure. And also, like for there's actually a lot more information that I wanted to share, but I can't share it publicly because a lot of the things that I learned, they don't usually tell people, and they were like, I'm going to tell you, but don't tell other people. So some of those things I'm just going to tell. I'm going to do on the paid live stream. Okay. Okay. I asked because I don't know how to do it either. I absolutely did enjoy them. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Okay. So, um I'm going to try like I'm okay. I can do the live stream, but just in case I start feeling like if I start crashing, I'm just going to stop. But for now I'm okay. Like I'm absolutely okay. I can do this. So don't worry. But just a warning just in case I feel like crashing, then I will stop and then just continue for Wednesday. Okay. I'm streaming on two devices right now. Yeah, so the thing about, and I don't know if I've shared it on this live stream or on members only. I think one of the issues that I have with Swim is that I really don't think it was going to be a viral thing, which we need if we really want them to stay on the charts for long. So we're gonna have to hard carry this thing. So please, I encourage everybody, if you can, please stream. We need it because we don't have the GP for Swim. I think if it was either Buddy to Buddy or Hooligan, I think we would have had the GP, which would have made things easier. But I hope that you guys can actually stream. Um, there are still free trials on different streaming platforms, so if you can take advantage of that, if you have one device and you're playing your like regular streams, if you can get another device and then get a free trial, please do that. Sorry. Okay, and also please don't forget to vote on AMA. American Music Award. Oh, my dog is here. Come on, come on. I was looking for you earlier. Come on. Hello. Yeah, back. Yeah. So I'm actually gonna buy him a stroller because I want to bring him next time I travel to Korea. I want to bring a but for me to be able to take him like anywhere, I need to put him in a stroller. So I'm gonna try and train him in a stroller. Although he's 6, almost 6, he's gonna turn 6 on June. So I'm not really sure if I can still train him. If he can still learn new tricks. But he's gonna have to, because otherwise I won't be able to travel anywhere with him. Okay, so please vote in AMA. You do not need to vote on all categories for your vote to be counted. So just vote if you want to vote in just the categories that BTS are nominated in. Please do that. Okay. Um, they said it's been a long time since they've seen your cute face. Show it. Yeah, please stream and vote for AMA. And then for BTS, let's do the news and updates first. Turning 7, July 1. He's turning 6 on June 10. Okay, so I think you already know this news, the K-pop concert. So HYBE, SM Entertainment, JYP, and YG are coming together. They actually registered a new company. So they're putting together a new company, and that company will be the one that will lead the festival. So the goal is to actually compete with um Coachella, but specifically concentrate on Asian artists, and but do it in Western countries, if that makes sense. So this, I think, is one of the things that JYP has been really pushing for ever since he got that position in the government. He was appointed by the Ministry of Culture, Tourism, and Sports, and I think this is one of the projects that he has. So fight to see who headlines the fest. Actually, that's one of the things that I don't know if you know this, but SM Entertainment has an extremely strong pull in Korean TV. Did you get the ticket from me? Did you get the ticket from? I got your tickets. Yeah, I'll send it to you. I haven't sent it. I just said it. Yeah, I just informed you that I got it. I have it now, so I'll be able to send it to you. I'm talking to Carla. Okay, so I don't know if you know this, but there was an issue like I think it was 2017 probably, or end of 2016, and that was the time when BTS was actually winning every award possible. Like they would like do a landslide. It's an absolute landslide for them. They would take home all the awards, but the final performer in a show would still be an SM group. And it doesn't matter whether it's EXO or NCT, doesn't matter. The SM Entertainment will still be the final performer. And during that year when that happened, it was like one of the biggest controversies because it was pretty obvious that BTS should have taken the last spot. And then the other thing is that BTS would actually perform for like 30 minutes. That's how long they were asking BTS to perform. I don't know if you've been in the fandom that long or if you were aware of this, but like in those performances, they would always do like 30-minute performance as if it's their own concert. But then the final performance would always go to SM Entertainment. That's how strong their pull is in South Korea. So they were wondering, like, so they always want their group to be positioned as the biggest and whatever. And in all fairness to SM Entertainment, their groups really are very popular in South Korea. But but like NCT versus BTS, it's no contest, right? But they're still popular. It's just that it's so blatant during the year end awards how they would favor SM Entertainment because it's just like There is absolutely no way someone should be taking the last spot except for BTS, but they still gave it to and they would do, and almost all, if I remember correctly, almost all award giving body, they gave it to the last performance to an SM group. Yes, and has a BTS concert. And yeah, so it's like, let's see what's going to happen. My hope is that BTS doesn't get and and roped into this. I don't think they need it. If it's a solo performer, maybe if it's like one of the members, but like as a group, I don't think they need it. They have a year-long tour, which is gonna go on until 2017. So I hope they can just like every opportunity for them to rest. I think they should just rest instead of doing something like this. However, I do understand what they're trying to do. So I wish them luck. I just wish BTS doesn't have to be pushed into this. My concern was for this venture to would be them name dropping BTS to help push this. It would be embarrassingly hard to perform after a BTS performance. Lorena is also on Twitch. Was this circa 2017, 2018? Because I think 2019 they were always the main and last performer. I think 2017 or 2018, yeah. It was like, yeah, it was after their first desang. They would always, and it was after the smash hit of The Most Beautiful Moment in Life. I don't think BTS would participate in the music festival. I hope so. You were accurate about SM Fairlane. Was there for that early era. But this festival is a government push thing. No, it is a private venture, but it's going to be supported by the government. So for the one thing that's complicated about Korea is that they do have a very good Hallyu program. So they put a lot of money in their Korean culture, Korean arts. Basically, their soft power. So the government would help. A lot of there's still a lot of like grants and loans that the government actually supports in order to push or help new entertainment companies. So 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 I don't see any reason why they wouldn't support this, since it's going to be initiated by the four biggest management companies in South Korea. So I think they will come in and support. But it's going to be primarily driven by the four management companies. HYBE doesn't need it. Korea loves to do this. I mean, I have nothing against it. I absolutely think they should actually support and push for their art, right? I mean, if my country does that, um I'll definitely be supporting it. So I just don't want people like specifically BTS to be dragged into this unless they want to. I don't understand why JYP is doing this to split the cost between the companies. No, I think it's just going to be, it's actually better for me that he's actually involving other companies, because if it's just him, then it's just going to be viewed as a venture to push for his own idols, right? But since it is four companies coming together, then it's a bit more objective. Where is OA? um why, very, very interesting, but I'll believe it when I see it. They said 2027 is the first festival. Okay. I have absolutely no doubt that it's going to attract a lot of people. I'm going just to see and check what's happening, but I am definitely going. Okay. Um, all right. US Embassy requests for the lifting of the travel ban by HYBE chairman Bang Hyuk amid ongoing stock fraud and investigation. I'm sure you've heard of it. However, the police actually issued a statement denying that there was any such request. And also, HYBE issued a statement stating that they did not ask anybody to request for the lifting of the ban. And they said, we have nothing else to say because we did not request this. We don't have any information. We have absolutely nothing to do with this. And then the Seoul police says that no, we did not get any kind of ban. There it is. Deny any US request to lift travel ban. And they're saying that we are very near conclusion of Bang Hyuk's unfair trading probe, which they have been saying for half a year now. So, wonder it'll be a traveling festival similar to Lollapalooza. I think so. It's going to be similar to Lollapalooza. Now, just in case, this is not unprecedented for someone to actually request that a travel ban be lifted specifically in South Korea. This has happened to them before, a long, long time ago. I mean, several times, not a long, long time ago, but several times already. And mostly these are high, like, like, what do you call that? Like, um, it's like a sensational case. Most of them, these are sensational cases. So, for the ban to be lifted, the Korean authorities likely, with the involvement of the Ministry of Justice, they need to come in. If the Korean embassy or the U.S. embassy actually is requesting this, yeah, high profile. There you go. Sorry, thank you. I'm not feeling well. I can't even find the words. So for them to lift the ban, the Korean authorities, the Ministry of Justice will actually need to get involved, because um, if it is actually the South Korean, if it is the U.S. embassy, this is a diplomatic relationship. If it is the U.S. embassy that's requesting, it's a diplomatic relationship. So the Ministry of Justice will have to come in and actually talk with the police. Do remember that they still have separation of power. So the police has nothing to do with the executive board, sorry, the legislative and the justice departments. So those are three different things. So they cannot make the police to lift the ban, but they can sit down for a diplomatic talk, for a diplomatic discussion. Um, so so the Ministry of Justice will have to come in to actually talk with the police on this one, because it is a diplomatic relationship. If it is the US embassy requesting for it. Now, one of the ways that they can actually justify this is if there still are no charges filed after months, and it's been almost, well, more than a year that this case has been investigated and nothing has happened. And for 6 months now, they keep on saying that it's almost done, that they have a solid case and whatever. They're just trying to be careful. But it's almost a year. Not more than a year. It's been more than a year. So this is one of the justification that the Ministry of Justice can actually use, that there are no charges filed and you're taking way too long. He has submitted himself to more than 50 hours of questioning voluntarily. He went back to the country voluntarily. So you can't do this if it is hampering the business of South Korea. Now, if charges are filed, my friend who's a lawyer, you know him. He's the guy who helps me translate. The case may actually shift to court supervision. It actually may be easier if it is transferred to the court, because then the court usually would do a supervised travel permit, meaning someone will actually have to go with with Bang Shuk to the United States, and Lee Jae-sang to go to the United States, and that was and accompany him. And then there are also some conditions. They can also impose some conditions for them to allow him to travel, to make sure that he doesn't run away. Okay. Why is the US Embassy trying to get Bang Shiyuk to enter the US? Um, so they said that there are some negotiations that he needs to be in relation to BTS. So the concert of BTS, as you know, it has already been announced that in Vegas there's going to be a BTS the city. So this involves the entire city now. It's not just BTS, it's not just the venue, it's actually an entire city. So they're not kinda, they are activating the local government, the city government. So that's a different level of business. They're not just there to do a concert, they're actually activating the entire city. And usually when that happens, there's a lot of businesses going on. And it's always better if the one who's in charge will be there to make decisions and make decisions fast. Because we're talking about BTS actually activating the economy of a city. So they're bringing in a lot of money. Does that make sense? So when that happens, then there are some negotiations involved. Like especially if they want BTS to do more, they're gonna have to ask them if this is an entire city activation, there would be some things that they would probably want BTS to do. And of course, it's always better if the one in charge will be there to make the negotiation. And in here, I think we've already seen based on the documentary just how easier it is when Bang Shiyuk is there, because BTS, I think one of the things, just lightheartedly, I think one of the things that I've come to realize with all of this like documentaries and interviews that we are seeing is that BTS is kind of like hard headed, right? Like they like when they make a decision is so it seems like no, we've made a decision and that's what we're going to be doing. Like I don't know if you're watching, if you're keeping track of the analysis that I'm doing with all of the songs. Okay. So there's a lot of cultural connection. So they've really the foundation of the songs is really Korean identity. And if you would remember, even though they're singing in English or even if the beat that they're using is very much Western and they do not deny that and they actually tapped a lot of Western collaborators, but the foundation, the meaning of the songs is so very much connected to Korean identity. And if you would remember in that discussion that they had with Nicole, Nicole was saying like, oh, you know, we need to go global, so we need to be like more Western in our messaging and whatever. And I've come to realize, and then after that, there were like discussions about BTS wanting to change the lyrics because they want to make it more Korean. And then Jimin saying that, you know, if you force this, it's gonna suck. So like one of the things I realized is they're so hard headed. Like if they're if they come to a decision, that's it. That it's so like nobody in Hype can actually make them change their mind, right? So um and it took like for them to actually agree for a longer sample of Arirang in Buddy to Buddy. It took Bang Shiyuk like a special meeting for them to just discuss that. So when if he's not there and there are certain things that BTS is being asked to do and they say no, like that's it. Like there's nobody else to convince them to do this. So it's always better if Bang Shiyuk is there. I think that's the point because this is going into a city level, maybe even a state level economic activity. Okay, I hope I made sense. Next. So the legal guarantees. So this is also common. One of the things that they can actually do is for the lawyers or the court. Like for example, if it ever gets to the court, one of the things that they can do is ask for a legal guarantee. Like this is like a financial bond. Um, and then agreeing to return for all legal proceedings or limiting travel to specific countries or durations. So they're saying like, for example, the court can say, okay, you can go, but this is just 3 months and you have to submit like a detailed itinerary and someone's going to have to be with you and then you're going to have to post a financial bond. That has happened before. I think it's the fact that they trust Bank PD. Yeah, definitely. I also think that Bank PD knows how to talk with them because it's been with he along with P Dog and a few very few others have known BTS from the beginning, and it's natural for BTS to trust those people that have been with them from the beginning, right? I mean, I would if I'm that successful. The people who have been with me before I made it that big are the ones that I will trust the most, right? And also, I think Bang Shiyuk provides a different perspective because BTS is very much concentrating on their own creatives. So Bang Shiyuk actually brings in a new perspective. Like this, I'm going to do this like another analysis for this, but one like in this documentary, he did not oppose like when they were having that discussion in Buddy to Buddy. BTS was saying like musically, the shorter sample was actually better. So that's what they're saying. And Bang Shiyuk did not, if you really listen to what he was saying, he did not oppose that. Like he knew when it comes to musicality, like he can't convince BTS because they know their stuff. They've, they're outstanding musicians and creative people. So he did not appeal to that. In fact, he agreed to them when he said, I know you may be right that we're missing. We're going to lose some of the musicality, but we're going to gain something else. So I think that's like a very strategic way of talking with BTS. Because if you tell them, if Bang Shiyuk tell them that no, it's actually better. There's no way BTS is going to agree to that because they know their stuff. So he did not appeal to that. He was like, okay, maybe you're right. You know, you're losing something on the musical side, but you're going to gain something more. Okay. So that this can happen. The police or the court can actually ask for a guarantee, deposit some financial bond, or you need to give us like, this is just going to be like for a certain duration. Someone will have to accompany you. You're going to have to keep us updated on where you're going, what you're doing, all of those stuff. So this can actually happen. HYBE liked the Arirang sample from the beginning. Yeah. So I think there might be something about the Arirang sample appealing to the performative side, the performance side of things, because it seems that the three J's were actually the ones who really liked it from the beginning. So and it was the other four that didn't quite. Well, we don't know about Jin because he wasn't there anymore. But so maybe they saw something like they heard something. They were able to visualize something on the performance side. Um, Jin has a lot of influence. He has a lot of influence. I mean, for him to be able to to extend the tour to 8 months. I mean, come on. Okay. And then the other thing is that Bang Shiok has already demonstrated his cooperation with this entire investigation. He's actually voluntarily submitted himself to all the questioning. He's been questioned for more than 50, 60 hours. Um, so what else can you ask for? Like you've this has been going on for a year. Nothing has been happening. So at some point you're just gonna have to ask yourself, like, come on. It's like the man is going to bring in billions of dollars in South Korea. So move, right? Like let things, like allow people to live their lives while you're living yours. Something like that. The police didn't even submit the case. They haven't submitted it to the court. The last statement that they provided before this statement to Ilbo, to Chosun Ilbo, the last statement was that they were nervous about submitting it to the prosecutor's office, because if it gets rejected, they're going to get a lot of flack because it has become a high profile case, which I think was an odd thing to say, but okay, right? Okay. At this point, Seoul Police is looking for a better way out and saving faces. Probably, my guess has always been that they were going to like submit this to the prosecutor's office in the middle of BTS's tour, like when like during in the middle of the hype, because then the attention to them will be less, right? Because people are like, armies are not, there's very very few armies that are paying attention to anything else at this stage. Like I know there's been like, oh, this news and this person is saying something, like the armies are really not paying attention. We're so focused on BTS in the voting and streaming and whatever. So I think they're waiting for that to like be in the middle of it, so that when they submit it to the prosecutor's office and it does not get approved, if he doesn't get indicted, he's not go they're like, there's going to be less attention to them. So let's see. So the US embassy can request or advocate. Naturally they cannot compel the police to actually grant to lift the travel ban, um primarily because there may be some diplomatic or economic interests tied to this travel. And as I've said, there are economic interests that are tied to this travel. My guess is that there's a lot of things that the Korean embassy would probably want to prepare and start in connection to this. So it's not far fetched for them to request for the travel ban to be lifted. Um, but the grounds would be like, it has to be tied to the economy. It has to be like a diplomatic relation kind of thing. Can the police be sued after all this? Yeah, you can be sued. And that has happened. It has rarely happened, primarily because you know how like Korean society is, right? Like here in the US, that's very common for the police to be sued, right? And just like part of it, like but in South Korea, there's a lot of criticism if you start, you know how critical they are, their moral standards. But yes, you can. It's very, very rare that they would actually do it. Okay, so the ultimately the decision still rests with the Korean authorities. And then the practical reality, in cases like this, most likely the travel ban is going to be lifted gradually, meaning that is so odd. Beth. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Because when anyway, this the system that I'm using right now is so odd. Anyway, so usually the travel ban is actually lifted gradually. It's not abrupt. So usually they would like allow like a short term travel permit, like okay, 2 months, come back, and then another 3 months, and then come back with all the like financial bond and stuff like that. And then once things are more settled, then they can completely lift the ban. Now, this has happened before in South Korea. Um, Wait, and if the police are sued, they will quickly flip on this the witch. Yeah. So it has happened before. The Samsung heir actually was jailed. So he was accused of like bribery. And it was like a pretty extensive and high profile case in South Korea. But this is the son of the Samsung founder, and he was accused of bribery. So when that happened, he was like a repeated thing. There were like a lot of pieces of evidence against him. He would bribe so many police officers and so many politicians. Um, so he was actually banned from traveling, and he he did ask for a temporary travel permit, because that was also the time when Samsung was actually growing big, like bigger in South Korea. And there were a lot of, not just in South Korea but also in other countries, they were competing with the iPhone, Apple for phones. And so the defense that they used was that there are a lot of like businesses that we need to do in the US, so please allow me to travel. So what it was actually a gradual lifting of the travel ban. So when they allowed him to travel for a month, and then 2 months, and then 3 months, and then when he was indicted, and it was actually what he went to jail. So he eventually went to jail. Of course, when the trial started, the all the travel bans came back into place, and then he was jailed for 5 years. But it's South Korea, right? So he was jailed for 5 years. After like a week in prison, it was cut into half. And then after it was cut into half, it was a deferred sentence. So he was actually allowed free. Like he stayed in prison, I think, for 2 months. And then he was allowed free. It was just like a deferred sentence. So that means that he was actually allowed to go out, and then he just need to make sure that for a certain number of years he doesn't get into trouble and stuff like that. So okay. Sorry, baby. Like my legs are numb. You're heavy. Okay. MHJ is awfully quiet lately. Isn't it time for her to call a tearful press conference? She's probably waiting for New Jeans to come back. Probably. New Jeans has been hitting the news lately. Okay. So that's what happened to EJ Yang. He's the heir um of Samsung. Okay, next, let's see. And then the other one was the Hyundai Motor chairman. He was actually sentenced to 3 years in prison. The same thing happened. A ban was set in place, a travel ban was set in place. They requested that that travel ban be lifted. And it was like a gradual lifting. And then he went to prison for 3 years. He went to prison for 3 years. The sentence, and then the sentence was actually cut into half. And then after that, it was deferred. So he was actually in prison for like less than a month or something like that. I completely understand the pain totally drains me. Okay. The NJ, I saw Hey in new photos. Yeah, they're in a European country or something like that. Okay, next news. I don't know if you were able to listen to the live stream of Jay. He's an Enhypen member. You want to go down, baby? You say bye bye. Yeah, he's waiting for you. Now he can go down. Now that you're here. Okay, baby, go down. Love you. Love you. Okay. So he went live because it's his birthday. He's actually my bias in Enhypen. Someone introduced me to him. Was it Warren or one? Someone introduced Jay to me. So he became my bias in Enhypen. That's how I started following Enhypen, through Jay. So I guess I'm a solo. No, I like the whole group. So it's his birthday. He went on a live stream. And I guess because people like fans there kept on saying like, um, okay, let me just get him to go out because he wants to go. Okay. All right. So I actually did not watch his live stream. I watched it after because someone sent me a link and he was pretty upset at his fans. Well, I guess whoever those were, not his own fans because he said he was very happy with his own fans. Um but basically he's telling people that, let me see if I can get it here. He was like, you guys don't really care about what's happening. Um like you y- you don't really care. Like you just want, let me see if I can add. Okay.
Like I'm okay. I actually don't care, so I'm okay. And Ipen is an Ipen, and like
Evan is
I
his new
actually
name,
don't
yeah.
care, so I'm okay.
So like he was
I
basically saying
always try my
during the
best to
live stream,
ignore
like
that,
I see
so I'm
all of
okay.
you
But
saying
don't
and
do
hyphen is
that
six
to
and
other
hyphen is
members,
seven and hyphen is this
especially
and
at
that
their
and
birthday.
whatever.
Like I'm
And he
okay,
was
but
like, I
please
don't
don't
care
do
and
that to
hyphen is and hyphen.
others. Okay?
And he
Like
said, I'm okay, but please
I
don't do this to
really,
other members when they do their birthday live stream
I
because I don't
really
want them to feel upset. And I get what
don't
you say.
like.
Like, if
I
it is
really don't
your
want
live
them
stream and
to
it is your birthday, people are supposed to
feel that in
concentrate
their
on you
birthday.
and just
Okay?
celebrate instead of like turning it
Because
into
like
like a protest, whatever. So,
um
yeah, he was so upset
like
because I know he
thinking
speaks English.
is
So, but I think he was so upset that he
thinking
couldn't find the right
is
words when
totally
he was
like
doing the live
free,
stream.
but
Um, so I
if you're
hope that
saying that
Enhypen
in
fans would just like, if you want to
someone's
protest,
birthday,
just send trucks
like I'm
into in front
okay
of High,
in
but
saying
you
this
don't
again.
have
I'm
to like
okay, but
do this
I
during
feel
the
good. I feel
members live
good
stream.
with
But
all
also
my
like
fans.
this
If
actually provides
today's was such a
like
happy birthday,
people a better idea on how like idols actually feel, right? Like they're not they also want to just, especially if it's their birthday, they just want to celebrate, just stop any kind of like protest or whatever and just concentrate on the person. But anyway, um his live stream is still up on Weverse, so I don't know if you remember. I think you can still access it even if you're not a paying member. I'm not a paying member of Enhypen. So I don't like them that much yet. Okay. Um Next. A BTS should not be a part of that festival. So the other thing is that I think their leader, I think, went on a live stream and it was also being asked to like, oh, it's okay to cry. It was being told by his fans like, oh, it's okay to cry. I was like, why am I gonna cry? Nothing's wrong. Like I'm absolutely happy with what's happening with Enhypen. So okay. The Korean tradition wedding ceremony is so beautiful. My niece got married this weekend. Oh, I did both Korean traditional wedding ceremony and Catholic wedding. There are other groups from HYBE that can participate, but not BTS. It was actually okay. Just a sidetrack. I actually attended. This is so funny. So we have a friend who is Korean and and got married to. So sorry, my friend is the. I think she's half Malaysian. I think half Malaysian, half the girl is half Malaysian and half, sorry, I'm mixing this up. So our friend is the half Malaysian, half American, and the girl is Korean. So they got married and they are gonna get married. And they were like, "Oh, like, of course we're invited and stuff." And then we were asking if it's going to be a traditional Korean wedding, and they were like, "No, it's just going to be like a casual wedding." And we were like, "But we want to wear hanbok." It was like, "You're my friend. Why are you wearing her traditional wedding, traditional dress?" And we were like, "Because we want to wear hanbok." Okay. All right. So, and then Hybe India is gonna launch an audition for a girl groups, but this is going to be a global audition. So London, New York, Singapore, Toronto, and Sydney. I I'm not very familiar with the pop industry in India. Like, I don't have a good grasp of how the pop industry in um India is. Absolutely no idea. So I was like, why would they need, like, do they not have enough in India for them to want foreign idols? Is there any Indian here that would explain to me the logic of this one? It's kind of odd. Okay. They're claiming that Enhypen members are forced. Of course. Of course. Okay. Um, Good that artists are speaking up to help educate their behavior. It is rude and unacceptable. Only sad that they need to do this during a birthday live celebration. Yeah, I feel bad. As I've said, he's my bias. So it's like, don't make him upset. Okay, and then former Hybe executive. So they separated. This group is the former executives of executives of Hybe, and this was like the first iteration of Hybe, like the early years of Hybe. They formed their own company. They left Hybe, and they formed their own company, and now they're doing their auditions. But they're in very good terms with Hybe. This is a good separation. In fact, Bang Shiyuk supported them when they left. And they were like, they waited for the non compete to actually expire before they actually do anything. So I think the non-compete is like 3 years. So they waited for that. And then some before they actually put together a company, and now they're starting something on their own. But this is a good separation. Like, they're in very good terms with all Hybe executives and even with BTS. The Indian diaspora is immense. That's the only reason I can think of. Mm, okay. So you mean they're going, like, they're searching in London, but they're searching for half, at the very least, half Indian, half British, something like that. Maybe the Indian people from different countries. Why? Wow, Hybe is now spawning its own descendants, just like SM did for so many years. Yeah, but these are good. Like, when they announced that they're forming their own company, that's one of the things that they actually made clear that they're in very good terms with Bang Shiyuk, with P Dog, with everybody in Hybe. And for them to actually honor the non-compete, they waited. Like, they've been out of Hybe for a while now, and they waited, and then some. I think the non-compete is 3 years. They waited 4 years. So that says something about, like, how much they respect the company, right? Okay. Um And then, so this was something that came up. Apparently, there was someone who released this, like, she posted something about new jeans, because you guys were mentioning new jeans. Apparently, the controversy about Cookie, right? The Cookie lyrics. So a lot of, especially fans that are from the US, from the West, cookie, we know what that stands for. Well, it is a cookie, but we know the double meaning, right? Um, so I have no idea about Indian music industry. I will do so. It is my favorite song. So apparently, um, Hybe actually disapproved the lyrics because they know the implication. Like, they know the double meaning, the what it stands for in the West. And Min Hee Jin actually pushed her way through, which is actually like, this is so odd. Like, she got her way in so many things, right? Like, in that PR release, in the press release, when she wanted BTS's name in the press release of No Jeans, and the PR department said, we don't do that. We don't compare our groups to other groups within the conglomerate. And he was like, no, you have to absolutely do that. I was like, my God, this woman got a lot of things her way. Like, this is Like I don't know what kind of power she has. Did she cast a spell on everybody? But yeah, so apparently the TND and the legal department actually disapproved it, but she pushed her way into it. Like she said, "No, I'm going to use that lyrics." So I think I've mentioned to you that there was actually one like early supporter of mine was so upset at me because she was saying that you should not, like, I should speak out against it because because at that time many of the members of New Jeans were actually minor. She was so upset with me and I did not believe her. I guess at that time I wasn't ready to listen to them, but they were like, um, yeah, thank you, love you. Okay. So yeah, just now this is unverified. This was just posted. Apparently this woman actually came from Blind. Uh you know that website, right? Like this is where if you can sign up to this company and like be anonymous and post things about your own company and you're going to be anonymous, but use you need to use like a company email. Like you can't use like Gmail or any kind of free email. You need to use your company email. And that is proof that you came from that company. Give me 1 second. It's the great power of our body lobby. um you're kind of sus about the previous Hybe CEO. Which one? Just the the one that just left? Okay. So, and then let's clarify this thing because this is a sensitive issue. Apparently, the brother of Jisoo, Blackpink's member, he got involved in some like what happened was abuse case, basically abuse and assault case. So what happened was he paid a BJ. So this is the like a streamer, a sexy streamer, provocative streamer. And then some streamer would actually allow you to have like dinner with them. So of course you need to pay. And he paid like I guess $2,000 or something to have dinner with the woman. $2,000, and of course he needs to pay for everything. And then, however, the girl agreed to actually go back to his house, to his apartment. But the girl is claiming that it wasn't supposed to, that they were just gonna talk, and that he said and he promised that he was not gonna touch her. And then she called the police saying that he forced her to have sex. And then the police came to his apartment, and then he denied that it was non-consensual. He said, yeah, we did something, but it was consensual. Okay, now the wife, and I guess some netizens were actually able to just like piece together how he looked like based on the photos that were provided. And then they determined that this is the husband of the brother, biological brother of Jisoo. And then the wife, the ex-wife of this guy, came forward with a story saying that they actually got divorced because he was hitting her. So he was an abused wife. And then the police reports actually surfaced and whatever. And then Jisoo issued the statement. And so for a long time, no one was actually talking. Now, Jisoo's company, Blisu, actually issued a statement. Um, it is now absolutely confirmed. It wasn't yesterday, but now it is confirmed. Because Jisoo actually issued a statement and through her company stating that some media, this is the actual statement translated in English, online communities and social media are indiscriminately linking the artist and Blisu. So the artist is Jisoo and Bliso, her company, to this issue of spreading false information that damages their reputation. So they're saying that the issue is currently being raised has absolutely nothing to do with Jisoo or the company. So they're saying that the brother is not listed as an owner of the company, although she consulted him in the beginning. Like he provided some help, but he's not like an executive of the company or a co-owner. Now, one of the major things that they said is that, and this is when she admitted that that is his brother. She said that the artist began her trainee life at a very young age and has lived independently for many years apart from her family. As such, she is not in a position to be aware or involved in the private matters of the individual in question. So that's her saying, yeah, that's my brother, but I have nothing to do with the case. During the preparation process of establishing Blisu, there were instances where family members provided limited advice and assistance as intermediaries. However, at no point then and now have family members received compensation from Blisu. So he's not an employee or participated in any management or decision making process. Blisu operates completely independently, and the company has not provided nor does it plan to provide any financial or legal support to the individual in question. So that's her saying, "Yep, that's my brother," but she's saying, "I have absolutely nothing to do with this." So unfortunately, because it is South Korea and because there are haters online, I think her name will continuously be dragged into this, and people are going to do anything and everything that they can within their power to keep track of this issue, just so they could drag her. But I think she's making it clear she has nothing to do with this. She didn't know about the case, and the wife also came forward and said Jisoo has nothing to do with it. Like she doesn't know what was happening. So okay, her company is tied to her brother's company. Well, she's saying that it's not. She's denying it. That's what a lot of netizens are saying, Rika. That is what a lot of netizens are saying. Like they are tied together. There's some partnerships and whatever. But she's saying that it's not. Or at the very least, her wording is making it safe just to make sure that she's stating that he's not my employee. I have never paid her. I have never paid him. But it is entirely possible that the company of his brother has a partnership with her company. I saw some toxic blinds in Twitter saying that things about JK's brother, and it is nasty. I reported it to HYBE. Gosh, not sure what is the mindset of these blinds to drag BTS everywhere. They are dragging Jisoo than the brother. Yeah, I mean, she's the popular one, right? So it is to be expected. Not that it is right. I would never tolerate it, but it is expected. Okay. So that's it for the brother. And she made it clear she has no involvement in that. Okay, next. Um this was actually this is in my roundup, and this was so interesting to me because Yoyon is actually she's been active for the last 20 years as a member of Girls' Generation. And many of her groupmates have already all of her groupmates have already moved out of the dorm. She's still living there, and she's saying that she does because everything is provided. She doesn't need to think about the bill. She doesn't need to, and food is actually provided. Now it's actually like the host of the program, Park Myung Soo, was actually shocked to learn that she's still living in the dormitory of Girls' Generation, because it's like, oh, it must be a record. Like if you're there for 20 years, it must be some sort of a record. Because usually you kind of would want to start something on your own, right? Which I think is kind of like reasonable for you to do that. But I think one of the issues that many netizens are sort of talking about is how there is lack of financial education when it comes to SM artists. Because I don't know if you know this, but even before YG did it, and certainly before Hype did it, SM Entertainment actually gave away stocks to their idols. And they specifically gave it to those that contributed big to the growth of SM Entertainment. So that included TVXQ, of course, BOA, and then Girls' Generation, and I think a little of Shiny. But the ones who got the most would be Girls' Generation and TVXQ and BOA. She sold her shares like 2 months into it. She sold it. She said because there were gains, like she sold it. So a lot of people, including me, I'm shocked that no one actually gave her an advice to hold on to it, especially if you don't need it because it's going to grow. Like 20 years from now, you'll probably be able to like cash it out, like liquidate it. But wait, like if you don't need it, don't liquidate. So I think her not moving out, a lot of people think as well that her not moving out has a lot to do with the fact that she can't afford it yet. Like financially, she can't afford it yet. That's why she hasn't moved out. Which I think is sad because I mean, they're one of the biggest girl groups ever, and she's not yet financially stable. However, it could be that she's actually being wise about it, right? Because why move out if SM is still providing everything for you? Then she can just save everything that she's earning. She doesn't have to spend it now. But anyway, just so interesting because it's so obvious that many of the other idols of their caliber have like they're buying buildings. And here she's still living in the dorm. But anyway, it sounds like she hasn't grown up. Yeah. So as to a certain, yeah, I think it's it. Yeah, I think there's not enough financial education in SM. I think they need to do that for their idols. Um, oh, Robin is asking, where are you? Is anyone else having sound issues? For me, it sounds like Fairlane sound is going in and out. I'm losing every third or fourth word. Is anyone having an issue? Maybe SM pays too little? No. I do move. Maybe that is it. I'll try to not move. No. I don't believe for a minute that she can't afford I can't catch you. What the hell? Okay. There you go. I don't believe for a minute that she can't afford it. Her YouTube channel is very successful, multiple videos with multiple millions of views this year. I wish I could live rent free. The video is going in and out. Amy C said zero issues. Just me then. Okay. And then oh, I think that is it. So those are my news and updates. Let's go to BTS. They have questions before I move to BTS. No issues. Wait. I'm going to prepare something because I want to show you something. Um, I'm going to share some stuff about my experience in Gwanghwamun. I also found like some videos that I mentioned I actually saw in the Gwanghwamun day that was never reported. So I'll show it to you. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay, there. Sorry, it's really slow. Maybe I should close stuff. My mom made me the honey lemon tea. Okay. Sorry. It's still buffering for me. Uh is my audio still okay? Is my audio no sound? Is it back? Okay, you can hear me now. Yeah. I don't know. There so the platform that I'm using is Restream is the name, and they're doing a lot of upgrades. I guess it when there are upgrades, it actually downgrades because I'm going through a lot of like technical issues. It's not just me. So okay, let me see if I can. Okay. So the Run BTS trailer is already on. So please check it on YouTube. Okay. So they are it's such a fun. So they went on a trip, I guess. And contrary to I guess my expectation, they actually rented like a smaller place. Like it's so odd because we saw the mansion, the villa that they rented for them for in LA, right? Like it's 8 rooms. It's big that it actually like takes them time like minutes before they actually go to the end of the other end of the place, the villa. But for this one, it's such a small place that they're actually sharing certain rooms. And I think the objective is really to get them back together, like learn to be seven again, right? I think that was like the objective. They wanted to be seven again. Um, have fun, take a break, and also do make some content for on BTS. So it's like I kind of understand why some of them are going to be sharing some rooms. But it was such a fun little trailer. So make sure you don't miss it. This is Jin saying that the youngest member should decide first. I guess decide first on where to sleep. And V said, well, then V told v- Jin, well, then you should go then. Because he's the actual youngest. Um, and then, so I guess these are some of the room, like, they are making a choice where to actually sleep. Was this after their summer song camps? Look like a bit colder weather. Probably before or during. Probably before. Probably before. I think because they're wrapped up, right? And the song camp was all the way until September. It could be after. Could be after. I wonder if this took place when they filmed Swim. Could be. He just says sugar at the beginning of uh yeah. Okay. So this I actually saw. So there were a lot. We know that Big Hit staff, HYBE staff, actually they're very much in X and different social media. And they actually take on a lot of the suggestions of armies whenever they are proposing like things like how to promote BTS or even games for Run BTS. I've seen this being proposed so many times where they're actually blindfolded and they're given a pillow and they're just supposed to hit blindly when whoever gets hit gets hit. So I saw this many times. Armies were like, oh, Big Hit, do you see me? Like, do this for BTS. So I think they kind of got that. And then this is them. So someone's telling him like under the table, you can hit somebody under the table. This is Jin, I think, Jungkook, or Jungkook Jin or someone. I don't know. But I know that there's like 3 people who were wearing black pants. And this is the two of them. I'm so happy that Jin is not the only one cooking and Suga. Jungkook is there as well. Jungkook's so big. And then this is V. The last time we kneeled with our hands up for an hour was in elementary school, but this actually turned out to be the punishment. So when Suga failed to hit the ball, they did end up doing that. Okay, so it's going to be on the 23rd, 7 a.m. Pacific. So, and that's 11 p.m. Korea Standard Time. Yes, Jin has gotta be happy to have a cooking partner now. Yeah, so 23rd, 30th, and May 5th. So that would be April 23. That's 3 days from now, 7 a.m. Pacific. So I'm really looking forward to it. And then don't forget to watch the Audacy interview. But the most important thing is that they're actually Audacy has a promo. They'll pay for your um Where is that? They'll pay for your ticket to go to Stanford. Go and submit your entry. You'll never know. So you just put in your email. They'll ask for your email, phone number, name, age, social security number. I'm kidding. Just your name, age, birthday, phone number, um, name, age, birth, and name. Yeah, but that's it. Birthday. So go and just like, and you'll never know. Maybe you'll win. Okay. Please watch all the Rolling Stones interviews. Yeah. So this is the website. Go to the website and do you get to select a day? I'm going on the Sunday. No, no, I don't think so. Are they not having live streaming of the US shows? No announcement yet. I hope they do. My hope is to have at least one. Like one of the, if for example, if there are three shows, they do just live stream one. I mean, when I did the computation of the gross profit, their live streaming is really the one that's bringing in the money. So for their live streaming, so the lowest tier, the lowest payment is $42, right? And then the BBC 4.4 million that they said there were 4.4 million. I think it counts everyone because there's a re-login. Like some people would encounter problems, technical problems. They would drop out and then they'll come back in. So I'm not counting that it is 4 million unique users. I just counted it at 1.5, and that came from the 1 million that they had during the Map of the Soul concert, online concert. In Map of the Soul, there were 1 million people, unique users, who actually paid for that concert. So I'm thinking, this is 4 years we haven't seen them. It's a very special concert. So I put it at 1.5, which is kind of high. A lot of like businessmen would actually tell me that's really high. Like even a 10% increase is already very high. But anyway, I said 1.5 million, 42, and that went up to about 198 million or something like that. So a huge chunk of their income is actually coming from Weavers. So I hope they do this. I hope they fix the camera. I definitely hope they fix the camera. I thought like in the first two, I was like, okay, that you don't actually like, you don't know how to, like you're still feeling your way on how the members move and whatever. But I thought after on the fifth they'd be okay. No, there's like still the worst, one of the worst camera. Not like it's not okay. Sorry, it's still bad. Not one of the worst, but still bad. Like I of course, but then also we're army, so you always want like we always have opinions, right? So- okay, and then this is so funny. I'm actually not very much into watching a lot of content of TXT, but apparently, these boys are so close to Jin now. And they're very open about the relationship now because I think they've always been close to BTS. They just never really talked about it because they don't want to be accused of using BTS's name for their purpose. But now they're made, they're very successful. I think nobody can question their success and how successful they are. They're like openly talking about their relationship with BTS, and they're so close to Jin. So Jin once mentioned that these guys would actually sometimes go to his place unannounced, especially when they're coming from like an overseas schedule. The link to the Odyssey here. You want me to paste it? One second. You want me to paste it on the chat? Okay, one second. There you go. Um, maybe I can make it like that so that you guys can see it. Okay. Yeah, so like Jin Jin actually mentioned that sometimes these guys would actually go to his place unannounced, which is not like unlike of Jin because I remember he did say that some of his friends would actually show up to his place unannounced. Like he would get to his place and like everyone is there. And so in this latest interview, they were like send him like a picture of his picture of his lips. Sorry, a picture of his lips, and I think it was Bomgu saying that he's probably gonna curse you or something like that. But they did. JK found his mini version in Boy Next Door. Thank you for the link. Sure. Okay, just go and enter your um, information. But I think you need to follow them on Facebook. They're probably like trying to boost their social media. That's why they're doing this. Okay. And then, okay, so I'll show you some pictures and some of the videos that I took during the Gwanghwamun experience when I went there for Gwanghwamun. So just to give you an idea, this is how far I was from the stage in the beginning, like before I got pushed in the front. So before people bullied me to go to the front. So this is how far I was because I really was trying to stay as far back as I could because I'm small, right? I'm so small, like short. So I know that the only chance for me to actually see them is if I'm far from the stage. Okay. So this is how far I was from the beginning at the beginning of the show. And then this is how I was I think like second, maybe second or third song, I was like, "Oh, hey." I was this close. This is not zoomed in. But I said I used my iPhone. No, I actually used my Samsung. That's the one that I did not take a lot of videos because I really just wanted to enjoy. The only reason I took videos or pictures was just so I could show you some pictures and also just something that I can use when I do my reviews and when I do my videos. But I did not like um yeah, I didn't like take a lot of videos and pictures. So I was really very close. So this girl is the one right in front of me. She's like a tall girl. She's probably like 5'8" or 5'9". And then there's someone else. I think I was like fourth from the barricade. And the barricade was not very far from the stage. Like I think if Suga reaches out, he would be able to like high five the person right in front of him. So I was really very close. And I did not know that I was that close because when you're into the music, you're into the music, right? I was just like jam, like I was just singing with them. And then it was when they stopped that I kind of realized, oh my God, I'm so close to the stage right now because people kept on pushing me. So I don't know how they curse so much off camera and they can hold it on camera. They didn't even curse on hot ones. So yeah, I was really very close. That's how close I was. So that's a picture of Suga. As I've said, unfortunately, I didn't take a lot of videos. Unfortunately for you guys, I didn't take a lot of videos. Uh, so that's another picture. It's not zoomed in, but I did use my Samsung, so it's a little clearer. And that's the head of Te of V. If they move, they so it's like a T shape, right? The stage is T shape. If they move to the back, then I wouldn't see so much of them. I meaning it won't be this close naturally, but this I took this picture when they're right in front. I have the VIP tickets. I hope I can see everything. Buy the shoes that I have. That's the only advice that I will give you. And then okay, so I did tell you that there were so many things that Korean media did not report because as like sorry, like armies actually did a lot of projects that were just really great. They gave a lot of stuff to people and they provided assistance to people. There were like services like cars and that would just drive you to places at no charge. Um, if you're hungry, for like they have food, like stuff like that. You're short like me. Yeah, I'm 4'11". I'm 5. On an okay day, on a bad day, I'm 4'11". On a good day, I'm 5'1". What shoes do I have? The tall one. Have you not seen it? Okay, remind me to show you before I end. Okay, so and then I did mention that a lot of armies actually gave like they did a lot of great projects that Korean media did not report. They even cleaned afterwards, correct? So I'll show you one. Okay, so this is I think I made this in one like all right. Can you see it? No. Okay. So this is another view of how close I was to the stage when they were singing. That is me trying to zoom out like the half because I was trying to get like all the members. So I was trying to zoom out. Okay, so this is us, the cleaning short queens. I'm 5'2". Well, I wish I'm 5'2". No, I'm just 5. Small stature, big heart, 5'2" as well. We are Pixie. You're definitely taller than I am. I would ball being so close. Yeah, so okay, so in the morning, I went down on the day of the concert. I went down at around like 8:30 a.m. or 5 p.m. Sorry, a.m. Sorry, 8:30 or 9, not 5. 8:30 or 9. So we went around with a sole purpose of just walking around. And I think I've mentioned to you that at that time I did not know whether my homeless guy would actually be able to pull something for me. Turns out he did. But during this time when I was walking around, I had absolutely no clue whether or not I was going to be able to watch or if I'm just going to go back to my room and just rest. Watch them on Netflix. So, how do they look like in real life? How do I describe it? So the one that when I became aware of how okay, let me finish this one. So there were so many things. Armies did a lot of projects um that are you shrank to 5'2", then I'm probably gonna shrink to 4'8". Okay. So armies actually did a lot of projects that the media never reported. And one of that would be there were a lot of coffee trucks. And one of the things that really upset me was that I thought I actually did not take a video of the coffee trucks. So I was able to take one coffee truck, and then I don't know, I'm going to go through the footages again. Maybe I was able to take a video of the others. But so this is me walking around, and this is the part when I saw the coffee truck. Okay, let's start so that you have like um okay, and then one of the things that you need to appreciate is that there weren't a lot of people holding up their phones. Okay, so that's the coffee truck. If you can actually see, that's an army project. So anyone can just go walk up to that coffee truck and get like sandwiches or like coffee or water or whatever. Um, Absolutely free. And it was all done by an army. Like this is because they simply wanted to make sure that army would actually have like food or water or whatever. And you do not need to pay for it. It's absolutely free. So, but this was never reported by the media. And then so there is a table. If you see that guy on the other side, they are providing like first aid, like if you need like band-aids or like meds. If you have a headache or whatever, you can just go up to him and ask for whatever it is that you need. And then there are newspapers that are giving away the newspapers of BTS, the ones that I showed you. So there were a lot of great projects that the media never reported. So I was like, this is one of the things that really puzzled me because everyone was so obsessed they everyone was obsessing about like the attendance or whatever. And here is army providing like great, doing some great projects. And like they just no one reported on it. Like I can't believe that you're not reporting on these great things. And I couldn't do it in the beginning. I couldn't do it on my website, asianentertainmentandculture.com, because I did not have the footage. But now that I'm actually realizing I have footages, I would be able to write up something like this. But there were a lot of great projects. Outside of this, as I've said, there was like the first aid table that you can just walk up to if you need anything. There were some that were offering some like canvas bags if you need something, because there were a lot of newspapers and people that were giving away stuff if you need something to put it in. There were that. There were some who were just providing like sweets for those that are like going through sugar crashes and whatever. Like a lot of those things, a lot of great projects from armies that the media never reported. So I'm like, it's so unfair for armies, and this is one of the things that I will definitely do once, if I ever get a chance again, is that I will report on the great projects that armies are doing. And then even after the show, so we were like, after, now it seems that Hybe would actually want an exit that is section by section. Like, they're not going to allow everybody to go out. Like, they would ask per second, they would allow certain sections to go out first, and then yeah, so the rest you'll have to wait. Like, you have to sit down and just wait. We'd sit down for that. So, and the armies, so it was announced, like, after the Gwanghwamun concert, it was announced that, okay, you're gonna have to stay put until it's your turn to exit. But they don't want to overwhelm the traffic because they don't want stampede, all of those things. So just stay put until it is your turn to go. And armies, they were so disciplined, like, okay, some were bummed, like, oh, I want to go out, but it's fine. Like, everyone waited. And then while everyone was waiting, some armies were actually already cleaning, which is the standard for a lot of armies. So they had like big, like, bags picking up trashes and whatever. And like, you're looking at these people, you're not doing anything. If you're an army, what are you going to do? Might as well help, right? So everyone just started helping. Like, we were picking up trash, and like, just everything that we could do. Even like, the seats, something would spill or whatever, people were wiping them. So by the time that it was our turn to go down, because we were right in front, I was like in the center, right in front of BTS, of the stage. By the time it was our turn, because we were last to leave, by the time that it was our turn, the entire place was like spotless. Because I have to, for me to be able to exit the venue, I have to go through the entire length of the audience. So I actually saw each section because the exit was just that way. There was only one exit. I guess it's to make everything just easier for security. So I saw everything. And also my hotel was that way. So it was just like I was gonna see it anyway. And it was spotless. Like, a lot of the cleaners were there already waiting. And I remember reading something about the cleaners worrying that 80 people won't be enough. And I'm like, dude, there's nothing left for you to do. Like, if we were there any longer, we would probably help folding the chairs. I was like, we will probably help loading it to wherever it has to be loaded. Like, you need help in carrying something, armies would probably help. So, and that was the same thing that happened in Goyang. So we were asked to sit down, just like wait. And then if when it's your turn, you will be told when it is your turn, then you can exit. Okay. So, so in Goyang, the same thing happened. Like, armies were already collecting trashes and whatever. So people just help. Like, okay, like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna sit around here. Might as well clean. So by the time that we exited, it was spotless. Goyang was actually spotless. And then, even like some of the posters that needed to be taken down, other armies were helping. So I would just encourage, like, if you going to the AMAs? Yes, I am. So I would just encourage people, like, if you ever have a chance to go to any event or whatever, something like this, try to like take a video or pictures of the good things that armies are doing, because I do think that at the end of the day, this is an influence of BTS. It does reflect towards BTS, right? Because BTS themselves, they're very charitable. And so the fandom actually does the same thing. Like, we're influenced by that. And there is so much toxicity in just in K-pop fandom in general. I think highlighting something like this would actually help. So please, if you ever get a chance, just take videos, take pictures, like, and then, yeah, I mean, if you want me to write about it on the website, I'll definitely will, but having pictures will actually help. Now that I am actually going back to my footages, then I will actually write about it. I'm happy that you were there. Thank you. Okay, so you were at A3, I was in A1. Yeah, we were the last one to arrive and the last one to leave. Yeah. So you were the last one to arrive. I arrived late because I did not know whether my homeless guy would actually find something for me. So Yeah, so I was pretty late. And I think I mentioned to you that um when my homeless guy called me up saying that he found something for me, I wanted to go back to the hotel because I did not care. I didn't have my army bomb. I also didn't have my shoes, the tall one, the 8-inch boots. I didn't have that. I wanted to bring it because I know I was gonna stand. So and I'm short, so I wanted to see them. And he was like, "Yeah, no, you're not gonna make it. If you wanna go back to your hotel, you're not gonna make it because it's a roundabout. So there's only one way." This is kind of odd, actually. So if you maybe I can show it to you. But this is how disciplined people were, especially army, because it's not like there was a barrier or anything. Maybe I can. Oh, here. Um. Okay. Let me show you image. Okay. So this entire this is like a quarter of the audience, right? Because it goes all the way to the plaza, which is like I don't know 2 miles, 1 mile, I don't know. So anyway, this entire so you have to go around on the sidewalk. That's where they ask you to go around. That's the path that you can walk. Now each side is actually two-way. It's a roundabout, but it's two-way. So each side there's one that goes south and one that goes north, separated by a ribbon. It's just separated by ribbon. And in essence, you can actually just jump the ribbon because it's just a ribbon. So if you're closer, if like if you're going just right there, you don't have to do the entire roundabout to do it, right? Like just you can cross. But people weren't doing it. Like they were actually following instructions to not jump the ribbon. So we were so you actually really have to go all around if you if you need to go to somewhere. So if I need to so I was we were having lunch, my daughter and I were having lunch at a restaurant at a fast food. And then when the homeless guy called me and said, "I found something for you. Come here." I said, "Okay." It was like 2:30. I was like, "Okay, let me go back to the hotel. I'm just gonna grab my boots and my army mom." And he was like, "You're not gonna make it. You will absolutely not make it." Because it's gonna take you 2 hours to be able to go back to that spot where I was. Um, so he said, "You're gonna have to walk to me now. Like I'm here now." And remember, I've been out since 9 a.m. So I was like, I wanted to shower, just freshen up, like brush my teeth or something. And it was like, nah, you're not gonna make it. So it took me, it was like he was like, if you see that building, if you see that building, he was like behind that building waiting for me. And I was just on the other side of that building. But it took me like 15 minutes to get to him because of the crowd, because of how slow things were. And they were frisking us and whatever. So anyway, I went to him, um, walked to the entrance to where I could check in. And that end to end took me about an hour. And then I got to my position. And that's where that thing that I showed you. Okay. Now, just to give you an idea, man, that was a long day. Oh, yeah, it was a long day. Wait, I think I saw. Oh, this is like BTS the city. So they had like swings you can sit. I sat there for like 30 minutes. No, not 30 minutes, probably 5 minutes. And then there is like an area where there are live performers and performances. You can sit down. It's free. And then Hybe already, Big Hit already provided the mats, there were bin bags, and there were tents. So if it's free, you can take it. You can just sit anywhere that is vacant. Um, and then there were like food trucks. So you can buy food there, go back to the Love Lounge, and then just sit around. Ethereal and his legs. Yeah. It was like, it was a long day. It was a really, really long day. I will never wear heels again to a BTS concert. My feet was killing me. I believe the Seoul City government spent more than the usual budget because there were terror alert. That was all paid for by BTS, by Big Hit. Okay. Um, all right. Glad officials talk about it. And then and then there were BTS. So this was provided by Big Hit. There were buses, BTS the city buses. If you ever need to go back to your hotels, it's provided. They are free. You don't need to pay for them. Just go tell them where you need to be, and they'll give you a ride. And then this is um, the Samsung main store. So what you need is to sit down and wait because that's a moving poster. Like it's a LED TV. So you wait until their poster comes on, and then you try if you will catch it. Like if you point your camera on that on the QR code, you will be able to get the stamp. And then after you get the five stamps, you get something after if you stamp everything, then you get something else. So and then if you walk in, did I put a picture of when I walk in? Ah, sorry. So if you walk in, um, there's a huge ass standee of sugar. You can take a picture of that. There's queue. And then yeah, they give you a giveaway. There are photo cards of the different members and you can choose. I wanted to get a bud, the one that he's endorsing. But anyway, it's a nice office. Like this is a nice store of Samsung. So this is one of the many things that they do for BTS the city. So I am assuming that so you have love lounge. So I'm assuming that there is a um I don't know if you were able to watch. I live streamed, I think. I live streamed the fire the show where there are what do you call that? Drone show. I think I live streamed the drone show. So but they also live streamed it. But anyway, so these are the different activities. The link still works. So okay, yeah, you can get a stamp. Hanako Grace was able to do it. Go do it, guys. You will be able to get a stamp. You'll be able to stamp your BTS the city. Go try it. Okay. And then um we have to lobby Toronto to provide free subway after BTS concert. Ah, not to the stamp. Okay. You do need a Samsung if you want to take great pictures. But anyway, so these are some of the activities that they had for armies. I think the best one is Love Lounge. We went there on the last day. It was absolutely worth it. We spent like I don't know 3 4 hours there. We took some. There's a photo booth for free. So my daughter and I recreated the Jim and Jungkook um, photo booth that they did for the military, and then yeah, and then um we sat down for about an hour, just listened to music. She bought some food from the different food carts. But I think what's going to happen is that they're actually going to design it according to the venue. Now, if you would remember, my source told me that they were pitching for Vegas. I don't know if you remember that, but I've like mentioned that I've discussed that several times. So I guess he got it right. So they were approved, and so some he did say that some of the things there's at least one like suggestion that I made that they will actually be implementing in Vegas. I guess I will know when that happens, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're staying in Vegas for the weekend, to go to the last 2 days, or at least try to stay during the weekend in Vegas, just so you can visit the different sites all the way into the last 2 days of the Vegas shows. And then, do you think that they will be performing at the AMAs? I don't think so. They might appear. That's the best case scenario. I mean, I do want them to perform, but I think they would rather rest, right? They might appear just to give an award or something. But I think they're in the middle of a tour. They probably want to preserve their energy just so they can do well in the shows. I mean, that's a 4 day show. So um okay, so and then I will be in AMA. I got some I did not ask for permission if I can say her name, but one of you actually gave me a ticket, and then I got my mom a ticket. So I will be there. I hope BTS appears. That would be like the best case scenario. But I do hope that they win as well. I hope they win. Plus, I hope Islet win as well for the best K-pop group. The only way that's going to happen, because I mean, I'm sure BTS armies are going to vote for BTS for the K-pop group, right? So, um, Carla Girl, yes. Oh, okay. So Carla Girl gave me the ticket. Okay. So I have ticket for AMA. I'll see you guys there. I know that some of you are actually going there. But I'm looking forward to the activities because I do want to go to the different activities. I also want to take my mom hiking. Anyway, that's a different story. Also, if you can, so I was also in the Goyang show, day 3. I was in the Goyang show day 3, and told my in the last live stream that I did for the paid members. I actually told them there is no bad seat, so don't worry about it. Like, no matter where you end up sitting, there is no bad seat. I was in the nosebleed section. I had the blast. Like, I had the time of my life. And I think it was primarily because the sonic experience is a different level. The 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 members have matured so much, like sonically. So, Fairlane, you were born under a lucky star. I am very blessed. I know. I am very, very blessed. That I do not deny. I am so confident about me being so blessed that I think it's not healthy. Okay. Um, so all right, going back, I don't want just don't worry. Even if you're getting like a nosebleed ticket, it's absolutely worth it because the sonic experience so there is such a different level. The members have matured so much sonically, like their voices are on another level. Specific, like all the members, everyone, all the members, just like it's a different kind of experience just hearing them. So if you're there to really enjoy the music and not see them up close, then even if you get nosebleed tickets, it would still be worth it. Okay. Now, the one thing that I would propose to everybody is to put down your phones. Put down your phones. Don't, never mind taking videos. Like, the fan bases are going to take care of it. The fan bases will be there. They'll take good pictures. They will upload it on their website, retweet it, repost it, or whatever, but just enjoy it. Just enjoy the moment. Also, it will be very hard for you to sort of like keep track, because do remember there are 4 ramps, right? And the members would actually go to like they would move around a lot. So just keeping track of each member is like dizzying already. So there is no like add to that you're going to why? Like, just enjoy the way that they're celebrating their music. So just put down your phones and just enjoy the music. That's the best way to enjoy this concert. So no matter where you are, where you end up sitting. Now, okay, so that's a given, right? Now, if you can afford it, only if you can afford, because it's so expensive. If you can afford it, the best seat is 100s. And I'm saying the best because you are going to get a balance of actually seeing the entire stage. You're not going to see it and experience it the way that you will if you are in the nosebleed tickets, in the nosebleed section, but at least you're going to have like a good like view of the entire stage because it's important for you to see the entire stage. If you are sitting on the floor, you're kind of limited to the sections that are close to you, and you will miss on the members going to the other sections. So the 100 section will give you like a good view of those. So I would say the best is hundreds, but nosebleed will give you a better view of everything. Uh, I have hundreds for Nugent and Jay. I will be in the VIP section, so I hope I see everything. I mean, okay, so 100 section I think is the best. The experience of now seeing them up close and personal, if you're on the floor, is a different experience. You will definitely not be able to see the entire stage because it's higher than you are. So you will most likely only be seeing the two ramps that are right in front of you, and you're going to miss the other members moving on the other side. Okay. But being in on the floor will give you a closer look of them. And there is a certain energy that they give off, which I experienced in Gwanghwamun, that you will only be able to get if you are up close and personal. So the C section would actually be the most ideal 100 section basically. But if you're on the floor, that is what you will get that nobody else will get. Just seeing the energy like really coming out of their body is a different experience altogether. Like when I was in Gwanghwamun, I was not aware that I was that close because I was just really enjoying the music. So I wasn't like aware that I am coming so close that I'm like really very close to the stage until they stopped. So when they stopped, Jimin was right in front of me, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, I'm right in front of Jimin. So, um, and so that's when I became like more aware of, and I started with serving them a little bit more. And there's like pops and like expressions that you will never ever be able to fully like take in unless you're very close to them. But again, the disadvantage is that because they are higher than you are, you're most likely just going to see the two ramps that are right in front of you. The others you're going to miss. At 300 tickets, that is perfect. That is perfect. I hope I don't faint. I was confused. Um, so if you can try to get a floor ticket at least once. If you cannot, I would say if like you're going to splurge and you just have this one chance, hundreds would be great. Um, and the yeah, if you can, like if you have an extra cash that you have, so don't worry about not any bad seats. There are no bad seats. They also are changing their position. So, like for example, when they're dancing, they'll face one direction and then face the other direction next. So it's kind of equal and too short for a floor seat. Yes. So I got in front of them. Lucky you. Yeah, I was kind of shocked. Like, oh my god, it's like right in front of me. Anyway, I did buy boots that are like 8 inches because I'm short, and the only time I use that is during concerts because I'm short. And with everyone putting their phones up, it's impossible for me to see anything. So I decided to buy that. Let me see if I have it here. I don't know if I have it. That's 8 inches. Let me see if I can. And this worked. The first time I used this was for the Jin concert because I um had floor tickets. Yeah. So, but the only time I wear this is during the concert. I wouldn't even walk in wearing this. Like, So I bought this for like it was on sale, so I bought it for like 35, I think. So yeah, the only time I wear this is during a concert. So because I'm short, like I'm 5. If someone who's like 5'6" stands right in front of me, I have no chance of seeing anything. And then with people putting their phones up, it's like I can't see shit. So I decided to buy that. Do you carry them in the Yeah, so I would walk in with like hotel slippers. That's what I did for the Jin concert. I walked in with the hotel slippers and then switch them up. But I carry them with transparent bag, like a plastic, because they're not gonna let you in if they can't see what it is that you're wearing, you're carrying. So I would carry them inside with like um transparent plastic bag. And then when I'm inside, once we're seated, it's about to start, then I wear it. Because I can't even wear heels, like a 3-inch heels. I will for sure face plant, for sure. So I can't walk on them. Um, so the only purpose is for me to be able to see something. You would twist your ankle for sure. I don't move because it's so just less like okay. In LV, my seat is section 123, row 129. Will I be able to see well? Yeah, you will be able to see well. But if you can buy C section, like only if you have extra budget. Let me just make that very clear. Only if you have extra budget. Let me see. But there is no bad seat. I guess is my point. No matter um like no matter where you are, it's the seats are great. Okay, so don't stress on whether or not like you're going to see like no, there is absolutely no bad seats. Okay, here. My god, I have an entire slide that I haven't even gotten into. Okay, so the C section, if you can get any of the C section, or if you can get like a suite, it would be great. You need row 1 of any section. So like but if you get like if you got a suite, that's the best because a lot of the suites that we got is around here. It's one of the best places. Um so the 200 and 100 would be like the best positions. I mean A2 row 12 seats 2 and on May 27th. So yeah, so if you got like if you have extra budget, that's what I'm saying. Have extra budget, try to get like a suite on the area where we are in most of us are in the in Vegas or the C section. The C section is going to give you a good balance because you're high enough to see the entire stage so you're not missing any of the members. If you're on the floor, you're only going to be seeing like the two ramps right in front of you. Like for example, if you're in B3, you'll see this two ramp right in front of you, but the others that are going on the other side, you won't be able to see. But if you're in the C section or in the suite, 100 section, 200 section, you'll be able to see them. What about the suites in Vegas? Yeah, that's like, oh, that's what I'm saying. So hundreds, 200s, those are like the best, the suites that we have. Because the suites that we have are right here. So it'll give you a good balance. What section am I on AMA's A? A, Alpha. I heard that some people get tickets from Ticketmaster request already, but I didn't get an email. I also didn't get an email. Before you asked about why HYBE is doing audition in other countries, right? Let me explain as an Indian, that's because India diaspora, lots of Indian people migrate to different countries. Ah, okay, got it. A lot of people migrate to different countries. I like Filipinos. Because of Indian diaspora, conducting audition in different countries is needed to target Indian origin people from different countries. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so, um, but again, there is no bad seat. Like if all you can afford is 400 section, I was in the nosebleed section. I had the time of my life, just enjoying their voices, enjoying their music, just chill. It's like no bad seats. Absolutely no bad seats. Um, and then if you can watch, so the director, this is the usual director of BTS documentaries. So I think he directed all of the BTS documentaries. So Suga, the documentary of Suga, J Hope, Jungkook, Jimin. He was a director in all of that, and RM even. So, oh no, not RM. So he talked about the process of like how they decide how to film, how to whatever. So I think the benefit of like having people on the like back, like the behind the scenes people of BTS talk about the process is that it clarifies a lot of the issues that armies raised, right? Like one of the things I think that um like for example, a lot of Jimin fans didn't feel right that he didn't have uh like a cinema showing of his documentary, and it turned out that that Jimin himself felt uncomfortable, so they actually just had to do something in order to be able to shoot a documentary. So he provided a lot of like inputs like that. So if you can watch it, it would be great. Like the camera positioning, the different tricks that they actually had to use whenever there are, and even the reasoning behind "Are You Sure?" season one, season two. He talked about it. It was such a good interview. It's not the best, but it was a good interview because it does provide people some view, like some explanation on how they do things. Where can I watch it? Okay, let me here. I will paste it there. The director is cute. He's younger than Jungkook. I think he's younger than Jungkook. So that's the link. You can watch it there. Now, what I will be doing for the Rolling Stone interview and for all the other interviews that they're doing is that I'm asking my friend if we can go through each of that one by one so that I have a better grasp of what they're saying. Like the usual way. That's the same thing that I did for Are You Sure? Where I asked my friend to sit down with me so that he can clarify some things. Now, I'm sure that you have your own sources that translate this. So mine is not just a it's not going to be a translation. I'm not a local. So you know what I'm talking about. If you're a paid member, I did it for Are You Sure? I'm asking him to do this for some of the interviews. So I'll do that. And then we'll just chip away. You know, he's a lawyer, so he's very busy. So whenever he can, he'll do it with me, and then I'll share it with you guys. Um, there was someone who asked a question that I said I will answer after. Lol, we still have not finished. Are you sure? I know. But we're on the last episode. So maybe I can do it with um with Rolling Stone, and then also Are You Sure? Uh okay, there was one question, right? Outside of the boots. So the boots you can get on Doll Baby, I think. Doll Kills, something like that. That is if you're going to be in the ground. Well, I can't remember, but I did say I told someone like, okay, I'll share that. I went to the concert at the theater in Fort Worth. There wasn't a lot of people there. I guess it depends because in La Brea it was a full house. So I guess it depends on the location. Did you see Rolling Stone had to call out the fake AI that put the false report on what JK said? Yeah. Yeah. How they look in person. How they look in person. Um The camera does not do them justice. Not a single member. They all look better, like objectively better, like objectively good in person. Like when we look at them, like, oh, they look good, but the camera does not do them justice. So they look like objectively better. They look objectively good in person, right in front of me. That's one. There's Jimin does not look small. So he's probably like probably 5'7.5", 5'8", or something like that. He's taller than Suga. Um, and then when they are on stage, because that's where I saw them, right? On stage. There's a certain, you know, that they are taken over by music. They are beautiful. They are beautiful. Like, you know how a lot of Koreans would say like, "Oh, this member is the ugliest," and whatever. Um, he's not. He looks really good. Like, objectively good. Like, this is the kind of guy I would want my daughter to marry. That is like, yeah, that's an upgrade. That's what I say, like, that's an upgrade. They do not need to aura farm. They give aura. Like, they are aura that became a person, something like that. They look even more gorgeous. So, of J Hope looks breathtaking, yeah. But then more on the fact that when they are on stage, because I love watching concerts. I've gone to so many concerts, even the ones that I actually don't like. I would actually go to them just because I want to experience them on stage. So, and you know that there is a certain energy, I guess, or maybe an aura, I don't know what to call it, that envelopes performers that really love what they do. And there are very, very few like performers, that like artists, that I would say have that. Like Linkin Park had that for me. Beyonce had that for me. Um, the list is so short. I can't even remember who else. Like the ones that are really in love what they do, you know. Um, they're taken over by music, and so you can feel that when they are right in front of you, like they are so into what they are doing. This is their world, and it makes you love what they are doing as well. So I don't know if you know this, but there was this study in sales conducted. Those that are in sales, maybe you know about this. Adele, yes, Adele. Um, I don't know if you've known this, but uh, there was a study conducted about salespeople on the phone smiling and feeling good when they answer the phone. And because the customer on the other end of the line feels it, when you feel good, when you feel happy, when you actually like being on the phone with them, they feel that. The customer would feel that. And so I think it was Dell. I'm pretty sure it was Dell. Um, Supposedly Jimin is slightly over 5'8", probably over 5'8". I would say Suga is about 5'8", and Jimin is probably about 5'8 and a half. He's not small. He's not small. He's very lean. He's lean. He has a dancer's body. That's why he looks small, but he's not short. Okay, so sorry. So it's uh, something similar to that, because they themselves enjoy and love what they do. They make you love what they are doing. Like, you feel good being around that. And that is also why I don't really like, I can't understand these people who don't do anything but like s- like shoot the entire the entire concert. They're not putting their phone down. I'm like, you don't, you're not appreciating, you're not into their music. If you're not being taken away and taken over by the music that you're hearing, then you're not a fan. You're just an obsessive whatever. Because if you are really taken over the music, you're just going to enjoy yourself. And that like sort of emanates from them. Um, so okay, so that on that side. So Jimin is not short. He's very lean, but because he is lean, he has a dancer's body. He looks small, but he's not. Like when he stands, and I can see their shoes. It's almost like the same. So yeah, he's taller than Suga. Suga, I think, is the shortest now. Um, Suga has a very broad shoulder. He doesn't get a lot of credit for that. Not as broad as Jin, but he has a very like when he when you look at him, you know that he has like the case. Has a very broad shoulder. And then um there's a certain like command when he's on stage. I think he's not wild on stage, but there's a certain confidence. Like when he walks, is very like intentional. So yeah, like wider than he looks. His shoulders are actually wider than he looks. Jungkook is just buff. So when Jimin stands behind him, he can hide Jimin. Him and and V. When Jimin stands behind them, they can hide Jimin. So that those three can actually pull off a heist. With Jimin being the one that's influenced, like they're the ones hiding Jimin, and Jimin will be the one that's making the move. Um. So yeah, like Jungkook's jaw is sharper than it looks. It's sharper in person. So he's like more manly, like when he stands because of the very sharp jawline. But it does not translate well on camera, but he does. Yeah, he's worldwide handsome. Um, Jin has no angle. I don't know for the filmmakers out there, or even maybe photographers. There are people that you kind of have to choose their angle because they have a bad angle. Jin doesn't have that. Like he can do whatever. You're never gonna caught him. You're never gonna catch him slipping. Like this is like top tier good looks. So I absolutely understand when he says I look better than they are because he does. Like okay, you're correct. You do look better than they are. Gushing much Fairlane. Yep, gushing. Uh, is this SoFi? SoFi. No, this is Allegiant. This one? This is Allegiant. Yeah, V as I've said is kind of actually wider than he looks. That he can actually hide Jimin behind him. Um, V's face. How do I describe it? It looks sculpted. His face looks sculpted. I don't know how else to describe it. That's just like it looks. He looks like a Greek sculpture. I don't know how else to describe it. He looks very sculpted, like sculpted to perfection, something like that. Like I can't like if I did not see him grow up, I would say that he had things done because it's just every angle is perfect. Like I saw him grow up, so I know that he didn't get anything done. But if I'm like I saw him for the first time, I'm gonna say like, yeah, no, he had things done. You can't be that perfect. He had things done. But because I saw him grow up. I'm like, yeah, no, he's always been like that. He has chiseled looks. I guess yeah, that's how you can describe it. But that's there's no other way for me to describe it. He looks like sculpted to perfection. But yeah, like RM does not look like I've heard you know this. Like a lot of haters would say like he looks the worst in BT. No. When you see him in person, no. They look all of them objectively looks good. Like objectively. You don't need to be a fan to admit that and to see that. Like they all look objectively good. Mm. Okay. All right. So it's 2 hours and 9. Yay. I actually made it. I did not crash. So which songs were your faves in Arirang? So mine actually hasn't changed. I know that's for a lot of people it changes. Mine has not changed. It has always been the three: Buddy to Buddy, Hooligan, and They Don't Know About Us. So that has been those three have been consistent for me. It was my favorite the first time I listened to it. Still my favorite to this day. There are all of the songs I love, of course, all of it, like from beginning to end. I love them. But those are the three that are my favorites. Good night, everyone. Take care, Ferlin Stereo One. Thank you. Okay, can I buy BTS merch at the MetLife Stadium? Yes. But better if you actually pick up. So you can order um, on online and then pick it up in the venue. That's better. It's just rather than queue up and whatever. It's better if you just pick it up. Did you like Jungkook's run on BTS? Oh yeah. I mean, all of their voices are so mature now. For Jin's, there were certain songs on day three live where Jin's mic seems to be lower than the audio seems to be lower than the rest. It's not his voice. It's like the audio was lower. And that is the only reason I'm saying it was almost perfect. Just because I think, technical issues. Maybe one or two songs where his mic was not as high in terms of volume as the others. Um, but I just they're so mature now. Like their voices are so refined. And that's why I keep on saying there is no bad seat because if you're there to to really experience their music, it's nowhere. It doesn't matter where you are in the stadium, you'd be able to appreciate it. Okay, like Animals into the Sun, those are your favorite. Like Animals and Come Over are my faves. Well, if you will include Come Over, yeah. Those would be my fourth favorite. Not my fourth, like one of the four favorites that I have. If the special is included, yeah. Their voices are coming into their own. Yeah. Can't wait for more materials from them. Okay. Thank you so much. I apologize for all the coughing, but I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.